Scatter grenades are okay, but I believe it's defeated when it goes up against vortex grenades. However, I haven't given it the time to use scatter grenades with a build to make that judgment properly. Hello, my name is ERATTIC, and today I'm going to push the scatter grenades to the max with a build surrounding them. If you see anything you like in today's video, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe for more. I'd like you all to remember that this is not the be all end all build, meaning you might come across something equally good, if not better, for this build I'm putting together. I strongly recommend, however, that if you want similar results to what I'm doing in the video in your game, that you pay close attention to what I'm using. First, I'm going to look at the subclass, then the armour, and then my weapons of choice. This is typically how my other build guides go, so go and check those out if you haven't done so already. So looking at the subclass for abilities, I use Healing Rift, Burst Glide, the only void melee for Warlocks right now, and the Scatter Grenades. The Scatter Grenade is a grenade that splits into many sub-munitions and covers a large area with multiple explosions. Honestly, saying it covers a large area seems like it doesn't really translate in game when you compare the explosions to other grenades. It just feels the same as using any other grenade, if not worse. Fear not though, as we can fix this. Looking at the aspects, I'm using Feed the Void to give us Devour, which is arguably the best buff in the entire game, and Chaos Accelerant being the saving grace. This allows us to charge the grenade to make it deadlier, and this will also allow it to give us tracking for our sub-munitions. Moving on to fragments, I'm using Echo of Expulsion, which allows me to create explosions when I get Void ability final blows and receive 10 intellect for equipping it. This is nice because it can help me get my supers slightly faster and act as almost like a second set of sub-munitions for your scatter grenades if they get kills. I'm using Echo of Instability to give me a volatile round so I can create void explosions through my void weapons. And finally, I'm using Echo of Undermining to apply a weaken effect to my grenades. This helps with the increase in the grenade's initial damage when it follows up with the sub-munitions and my weapons. Moving on to the armour, and looking at the stats really quick, I have 2 mobility, 3 resilience, 8 recovery, 10 discipline, 3 intellect and 5 strength. The one thing you'll want to take away from this is getting to that max discipline mark, because it's going to allow that base grenade cooldown of 47 seconds. Starting at the helmet, I'm using Kinetic and Harmonic Siphon, which will allow me to create orbs either in rapid kills or when I match the subclass with the final blows rapidly as well. Then I have Elemental Ordnance, which is going to let me create void wells when I get grenade kills, because the nade will be matching my subclass. For my arms, I am using the exotic gauntlets Nothing Manacles, which comes with the armor perk Scatter Charge. You gain a second scatter grenade charge and enables tracking for scatter grenade projectiles. It's unfortunate that the scatter grenade's tracking ability crosses over with the Chaos Accelerant aspect, but the primary reason we are using this is so that we can hold 2 scatter grenade charges instead. In the exotic gauntlets, I am using double grenade kickstart to give me a good portion of my grenade energy back when I use all my grenades up. And I'm using Font of Might to give me that void weapon damage when I pick up those void wells. In the chest, I have Thermoshock Plating, which reduces incoming arc and solar damage, providing me survivability alongside the sniper resistance I have on 2, which helps with reducing incoming damage from afar. I have the Explosive Well Maker, which then helps me create some solar wells when I get explosive kills. On the legs, I have Absolution, which reduces all my ability cooldowns when I pick up Orbs of Power. I then have Better Already, which immediately starts regenerating my health when I pick up Orbs of Power. And then I have Well of Tenacity, which provides me stacks of resist for a short period of time when I'm picking up Void Wells. Finally, on the Bond, I have Perpetuation, which reduces my class ability cooldown after I use it. I'm using Devouring Depths, which allows me to create my Cataclysm Nova Bomb to do more damage when I'm critically wounded or have the Devour buff active. And finally, Reaping Well Maker, which guarantees me to create a Void Well when I get any weapon kill after using my class ability. So moving on to the weapons here quick, I like using Escape Velocity because it has Osmosis, which can make it a funnel web basically for your kinetic slot. If you haven't watched my most recent video, there is still time to quickly pick up this role from Xur before reset in a few hours. I then have Dead Messenger on for those explosion kills and tackling most content in the game. And in the heavy slot, I like using the Palmyra B rocket launcher because it has auto loading and explosive light for some quick burst DPS on singular boss and major targets. So things to take note here is, instead of using elemental well mods like I did today, you could go with firepower mods and create a charge with light build, which solely focuses on getting your grenades back probably faster, but then you'll most likely lose out on all those benefits of all the other things taking place in this build. Obviously, any weapons like Salvage's Salvo, or in general with Demolitionist, is great to use to get your grenades back if you're struggling, but I seem to be having an easy time making them back with this build. And that's it really. I think this has good sustainability for a Warlock if you're running content as a solo player, or if you're doing some casual LFG for activities like dungeons. However, I still prefer Vortex Grenades because I feel like it does the job better with Controverse Hold, and I usually always have the uptime on those grenades. Still though, this is an all-round excellent build to try out if you haven't done so already for Void Warlocks. It was my first time using Nothing Manacles exotic gauntlets, and personally I thought they were alright. And that's it for today's video. I'm going to leave some footage rolling in the background of the build, and if you stuck around to the end of the video, you are truly awesome. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below, and I'd like to thank everyone really quickly for 100 subscribers on the channel. This is a really great first milestone for me, and I'm super excited to see what comes in the future for the channel. I'll see you all in the next one.
Excellent work. Return to the tower.